Hi everyone, welcome to SoluPod. This is Dorcas, and I will be taking you through season 2, where we will be sharing insights and information how the distribution and manufacturing industry has been able to evolve over the past 10 years. And this season, you have to expect so much information and insight that we'll be hosting different guests, and I'll be so happy and proud to see how this is able to roll out. Welcome. Hello everyone. Today I'm joined by my guest Alexander ODHIAMBO, whom I will let him introduce himself, because if I try and do that I might butcher his title. So Alexander, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Very well. Good to be here. My name is Alexander ODHIAMBO, as she's said. Not so many titles, but one of the founders and CEO of Solutech Limited. I'm a father of 3, girl and twin boys, and I'm also the vice president of the Stanford Seed Network in Kenya. Yeah, and also a member of many communities like Africa's Business Heroes and so on. Yeah.
Trust you me, he's really tried to be humble. And to start off this conversation for our episode 1, we could like to cycle back where actually Solutech began. What inspired you to start Solutech? And how has the journey been?
That's a very good question. So we started Solutech to run away from poverty.
Well, welcome to Kenya.
Yeah, so the journey of Solutech started, I would say, 13 years or 12 years, 2014, in the year 2014.
Wow.
And it came by after university. So three of Solutech's co-founders were classmates at the university, the University of Nairobi, School of Computer Science. So we graduated together, did a lot of work together in school. Those are group works and all that. And later, after school, we worked in the same company. Yeah, so I happened to go to the company first. Then there were opportunities which I called in my friends. Like we do, you call in your friends when you have good opportunities. That is how we found ourselves in the same place. Unfortunately, that company didn't do so well, so I brought them into suffering. And the company didn't do so well. Started off very well, but at some point, issues of finances in the company, and they had to close down. When they closed down, I felt like there was a big responsibility again for us to get out of this problem.
Was it
together.
a tech company?
It was a tech company.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I was hired there as a lead back-end software developer, then brought in our current CTO, Raid, as the lead mobile developer. Okay. Then later, Mutie joined us as a JavaScript front-end engineer.
Okay.
So that is how we found ourselves there. And when everything went south, we sat down and asked ourselves, we have a lot of tech wisdom and knowledge. We had already done a couple of solutions here and there, mobile apps, web apps, because we also used to survive on those.
Still in uni or while in that company?
Actually, while in uni, we had a briefcase company. So our company was called SunSmart Solutions. So it was unregistered. It was just a business name, and we did websites here and there for different people. One of the websites I remember was for a gubernatorial candidate.
Wow.
A lady who wanted to vie. And
were you paid?
No.
Wow. Welcome.
We were paid, but we had a lot of tea at Serena Hotel to just give them updates. Yeah. So as a campus guy, having tea at Serena at least is one of the things I got from that. Yeah. We were not paid. So while working for the company we tried doing, because we are young and creative. In computer science school, you are taught how to think and solve problems. So we would see different problems and try to just solve, even if you don't have customers who would buy what you're solving for. And so later when we tried to look for jobs, we were not getting any. We approached our neighbor, who's Jinal. He was a neighbor at the company we were working with.
Okay.
So approached him and told him, hey, we are very capable. There are these tools, a few of these things we've done. Please join us. You sell while we build. So that was the beginning of Solutech. So we sat down, put aside the SunSmart solution, and now decided to build a vision together. And within a few, within the first 2 weeks, we already had a customer at Solutech. But the company was still unregistered, so we were still in the process. Our first customer was a website for some medical facility. So that was our first customer. We didn't even have a bank account, so we built it through Jinal's.
As a company?
Yes, we didn't have a bank account because we had just started.
And was it still being called Solutech back then?
It was called Solutech. We had already decided on the name, but we had not finished the process of registration and all. And we had gotten a business. So now we got our first business before registering Solutech. And so we decided to build it under Ideas. And Ideas Unlimited, which is Jinal's other company. So that showed a very strong start, which now motivated us to let's register it. Before now we register it before we start now rolling on.
All I'm hearing from this conversation is Solutech came from a point of passion.
Correct.
From 3 motivated individuals.
Correct.
Okay, so my next question will be, how has you carrying the brand Solutech, how has the business evolved from now 2014 all the way to right now?
Well, the business has really, really evolved. And actually the challenge for me as a person, as one of the founders and CEO, has been going through the different transitions. By transitions, I mean you're just another young man trying to build a company, build a product, and you've already gotten it. It has market fit. But a lot of what I know is building the product, the software. So the language to the customer is more tech and features. But customers what the customers understand is different. It's more value. How are you saving them money and all that? So there's been that very long journey of the different transitions of coming from just techie to at that point. So we've never raised capital, and that means that we had to depend on our revenue. We had to endure like tough early years, sometimes not having salaries and whatnot. You had to learn the hard way on marketing, support. You have to learn things to do with finance. You have to learn pricing. You have to learn value proposition. So these are things that you just keep discovering. So that was the first part. And with growth, different things come in. But also something very important is gaining trust.
Maybe just to cut you short, you said that the company was being funded. You didn't have funds.
Correct.
So what does this mean? Because from what you've stated before, you only had one client. Was this client managing the whole operation of the organization?
Yeah, so the website client was like a one-off. So we did it, and I don't even think we had any recurring revenue from it. But before long, we now got the opportunity. So we before we started Solutech, we had an idea of an insurance sales application. So an app that insurance companies would use for sales.
Oh, okay.
But we never had a very good idea on... We never had the idea of the FMCG sector. I would say manufacturing and distribution.
Okay.
until the day we encountered that requirement when the MD of Kenafric visited our offices and shared this problem that they had around 21 van salespeople who it was very difficult to have visibility on what they sell, where they sell, who is actually working, who are they selling to. And they asked us if we could solve that problem. And we said, yes, we can solve that problem. So that's where we got our first customer. There was a one-off that was paid. Then we agreed on a very little monthly retainer. So it was a very little monthly retainer. But what we did is to survive, no matter how much we got, like when any customer paid us, we set salaries. We set salaries we set salaries, and we were not reactive in how we spend. So we had a very good plan. If you earn 1 million today, you've set your salaries. Our salaries were I don't know, around less than 30,000 actually the first time. So you know that this would take us for a number of months.
Okay.
So we really valued the consistency of being able to earn, because when you know where your next salary is coming from, at least it gives you the peace to focus on innovation.
Okay.
But if you live on hand to mouth every day, or you get good money today, then tujipigie pole. Let's just reward ourselves. Then you will deplete your money so fast. So to answer your question is we really used our money very well, even in the initial days.
A point for a startup to take home.
Yes.
Okay. You had not finished. Is that the evolution of Solutech till date?
Okay, good. So I think I'd gotten to the evolution. There was a part of understanding value proposition, getting to understand your marketing. You're starting to hire your first team members. Actually, we couldn't even afford hiring people, so we leveraged having interns. We had great interns as we were starting off. There was a point of trust. I wanted to speak about trust. Just being able to be trusted as a Kenyan tech company was a very big struggle. Very, very big struggle, because in those years, software products coming from India were a big deal. They're the ones who could be trusted. Actually, when you speak to anybody who was in the industry, they would say, why don't you hire engineers from India or Pakistan or whatnot? It was known that that's where quality can come from. We didn't have solid names in the country. A lot of them, yes, we had the 7Cs, we had Celluland, Safaricom had come in. But when you talk about software as a service companies, a company that has come up and said that we are going to take care of a certain sector natively, were very few. A lot of companies were reselling ERPs. So we were coming into a space that people had not come into so much, but the industry was mature in India. So, and when you notice, a lot of manufacturing and distribution businesses are owned by people who are very familiar with India. They've traveled there. They know what happens there. So when they want software, they really know what they want. So, and they know the caliber of companies that they deliver that. So getting that trust as a Kenyan company, you're just young people from wherever, and you don't have a lot of experience. Personally, I didn't even understand what route to market was. Manufacturing, distribution, an invoice, an order. I never knew what those things are. It's just learning on the experience. So, so there was that part of...
Should we say that gaining trust with your client was one of the major problems that you had in the penetrating the market?
It was a major problem because...
Till date?
Now we've built a very solid brand, and we work with very reputable brands, not just local but multinational. So the brand is now very reputable. At that point was now building that brand. Actually, manufacturers preferred paying three times to any other foreign companies of what you could charge them. And we have interesting stories of how we built trust. So
Story for another day.
Yeah, story for another day.
Okay.
So with different customers, it comes with a lot of lessons, and also gives you the confidence with what we are building. Yeah. So there was that season of we stayed with, I think, one customer for almost 1.5 years, surviving with I think one or two. Then now we started gaining trust slowly. As the business grows, also there are complexities that come when you're hiring people. Now managing people comes in. So you are just a few of you with the idea. You can take care of everything from finance to customer support to the trainings to everything. Now you're bringing in people. You want to maintain the same quality. It's the same quality across. Now you want to you're getting into managing people. Now again, you're battling with growth, with compliance, with demands, because the more you solve problems, the more new problems become your problem.
New problems become your problems.
The more you solve problems for like a manufacturer, if that problem helps them expose other problems, then it's still your responsibility to solve those, to fix those other problems, to figure out a solution for other problems. And many times their minds are not in the frame that, these are actually new discoveries we've made. The question is, why doesn't your software do this already? It should be doing this.
Yeah.
So now you have to keep evolving and innovating. Then as the business grew, we joined Stanford Seed. But before Stanford Seed, we applied for something called Google Black Founders Fund. So these are steps that now help build more credibility. So we are a Google-backed company, meaning that if Google backs you, is they believe in your vision. They believe in your value proposition. They believe in your discipline as a company. You're just not another company that is coming and going. So we got Google Black Founders Fund. Later we joined Stanford Seed, which now helped us put everything together and transform the business into a proper corporate machinery. Then later, as we know, we got Africa Business Heroes, third place in 2024.
Yeah.
Yes.
Quite interesting. From this conversation, we are able to tell there was a problem that you came up with a solution. Now you've created up a system and a team. All through this, you've already identified your target audience, who you're selling to, the manufacturers and distributors. But what I could like to understand here, what is some of the challenges that you've identified with your clients? It's been one of the things that has been outstanding, and how have you been able to evolve and beat the market? Because from where we are sitting right now, you'll be able to see how markets are evolving, but you as an organization, what is that one pinpoint in terms of problem you've been able to solve, and how are you able to ensure you stay up to date?
All right. One of the secrets we realized from day one is listening to the customer. And really understanding that the market, I would say in Kenya and East Africa, is very unique. You can't just get software from another market, say very mature markets like India and South Africa and the rest of the markets, and plug into processes in East Africa and Kenya, to be specific, since majority of our business is in Kenya. So we understood that very well. We understood that very well and maintained a culture of listening to understand the small, unique nuances that are with customers. If a salesperson tells you that it's not safe for me to go with a phone down in some places in Babadogo or Githurai, then you get to understand, you understand that, and you figure out ways on how they can work around that. So I would say it's one of the areas we've been able to really, really thrive in, understanding the small nuances that are unique to our market, and build technology that adapts to the different markets. And as you said, it's the same thing for these businesses evolve every day. Their problems, the first day they come to us or we approach them is different from the problems they would have maybe in 6 months' time. Maybe, and a lot of the businesses come with the problem of we want to track our salespeople. We want to understand what they are doing. It's the fear of, are these people really working for us or not? Are they spending the time they need to be doing? It starts from that. Then you solve that, then that in a few months, it no longer becomes a problem. Now, the problem becomes say targets, their targets. The problem again now goes to numeric distribution. The problem becomes visibility. The data starts unearthing different things. So you must be there in that transition. Maybe something happens with regulation, and they have to switch something. They were doing a lot of van sales before, but now the government says, hey, you have to give receipts everywhere you sell. So it changes the dynamic. They say, okay, let's move to pre-sales, order collection, then we'll deliver later. You have to be able to change with those with the businesses. Different dynamics that we've seen in our experience, and what has stood out with us is how is being able to serve the need as and when it comes.
Quite interesting. Now, my next question will be now in terms of now how the company has evolved, but right now I'll get into the solution. I'm able to see, as we know, not all of us know, Solutech is an SAT, Salesforce automation tool. So it's a technology company. But right now we're seeing a lot of evolution happening. There's the incoming of AI. What can you say in terms of how has Solutech been able to evolve to now where we are? And how are you able to visualize in the next coming 5 years? How will the sales field execution look like?
Great. AI has really changed so much. 5 years ago, if you asked me what it would look like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if what we are seeing today would be what I would describe it as. So first of all, Solutech is a tech innovations company, and our focus is Salesforce automation. And basically, what we do is we help field sales agents sell more and efficiently by leveraging powerful insights. Basically, our business is two-sided: to help salespeople sell more and sell better. Like have all data points that they need, all insights that they need on the go. You go to a customer and you know what they can buy today. Not that you go to a customer and you see the history of how they've been buying. You go and you know what they need to buy today. Because a lot of businesses in the past, people have looked at things historically, not looking at what is going to,
more of
to happen. More of projection. Who should I make sure I visit today? What should I sell to these people today? What patterns are changing with those customers? So that's how we help the field sales agents, from van sales to pre-sales to merchandisers to drivers who use the software, but also help managers, data analysts, supervisors have real-time visibility and data and insights for their day-to-day and strategic decision-making. So that's how we position our value. AI, I mentioned in some posts that I think I've been invited a couple of times to speak about AI. And we're in those spaces, there are multiple speakers who come in, and people focus so much on existing tools. If you asked me 5 years ago what would be the impact of AI today, I wouldn't have imagined what we are seeing today, because so much has changed, and AI has really helped us in positioning more value for our customers. And I mentioned, I've been invited a number of times to speak in different audiences on AI, and I've seen speakers speak a lot about tools, comparing tools, what's good against the other, Gemini versus Perplexity versus Anthropic versus OpenAI, and what has always been a challenge for me is to speaking about the tools is how do we practically help manufacturers and distributors leverage AI? So it's been so much about integration. So what we've done at Solutech with AI, it was actually almost, somebody reminded, I thought it was 3 years ago, but it was 5 years ago when we conceptualized the name EVA. We called it Project EVA. And Project EVA for us 5 years ago was the name or the brand that would carry all our AI initiatives. So we began with standard easy ones like forecasting at that time. So we were thinking forecasting. We were hoping one day we would do EVA Vision, so we called it EVA Cast. We thought about EVA Vision. So these are things that we had thought about, and the big idea for us was more conversational AI. We were looking at one of the things I'll mention is customers are never satisfied with reports. So you will build reports, we will build reports. Different needs come every day. You will build BI tools, but now BI tools just statically show you what's going on. Okay. But now what we knew as the North Star for this was our customers being able to have a conversation with their data. You can ask your data anything, and it would tell you. So we had given it another name, not Ask Eva. We had given it Gen BI or something.
Okay.
That's what we called it before. So we had thought that this would be an end of 2026 kind of initiative, but it came way earlier. Okay. So in terms of AI, we don't speak about tools. We speak about how we've integrated AI, beginning from image recognition. So merchandisers take a lot of time to do on-shelf availability or establish share of shelf, doing the retail audit in supermarkets. But we thought we created EVA Vision, where you just take a picture and we get you on-shelf availability and share of shelf instantly. And we can teach the AI to understand how you want your planogram, so it tells us if the planograms are compliant or not. Then we also did EVA Docs. EVA Docs basically helps in converting PDFs and handwritten LPOs from supermarkets and other suppliers into, so it reads the documents. We have different channels you can upload. You can connect the email and it comes automatically. You can connect WhatsApp. The orders the POs are received and converted and integrated, sent into your systems, no matter what ERP you're using, SAP, Sage, and the rest. And all these are to basically save loads of time and really ensure you're getting very high accuracy across all these operations. The third is Ask Eva, which is our latest release, which is phenomenal. Like sometimes I get scared by the things that it does. Okay. From simple, you ask it for simple day analysis of sales to even predictive stuff, like which customers will buy tomorrow. It's basically able to tell you that. And it doesn't just give you what you ask for. It analyzes and gives you the rationale and different things like insights around that. So coming from just data analytics to now more intelligent data intelligence now. Okay. To even things like performance appraisal. Appraisal takes a lot of time, and I love the statement of "In God we trust." Everyone else bring data. Okay. So now you do appraisals instantly. You don't have to prepare and think about, okay, look at data, how has this sales agent been performing, or how has this region been performing. If maybe you're doing it to an ASM, you ask it exactly what you need for the appraisal. It will tell you what you're doing well and what you're not doing well. It's been a game changer. Also, a couple of things we've done around logistics, planning and route optimization. With the increase in costs of fuel, you really want to do on time in full delivery, on time in full and optimized, so that you spend the least amount of time planning. You have 1,000, 2,000 orders you need to figure out how to distribute to deliver to very many customers at a click of a button. We call it Eva Logistics, is able to plan for you. It understands your fleet, it understands your products, your weights and your volumes. It will distribute to the trucks properly to capacity. Not that a 10-ton truck is going to deliver goods 300 kilometers far away and it's carrying only 5 tons of goods. Yeah, so we have other things that are also have intelligence layers around them. I think one that stands out is something internally we call product intelligence. Doesn't have an Eva in front of it, but it's deadly. It really helps organizations track their numeric distribution to the last SKU. So basically, organizations, many FMCGs look at their customers as maybe FMCG or distributor A with its 1,000 customers. So our product intelligence looks at distributor A with 1,000 times the number of products that they have. So we are helping these companies track relationships per SKU, per customer per SKU, to make sure that there is no churn. And you get to understand the patterns and the buying patterns for each and every customer, for each and every product. And all this is intelligence that the salesperson works with. So that when they're having a conversation with a retailer, a duka, or a wholesaler, or a distributor, they actually know what conversations to have because the intelligence is on their fingertips.
Quite interesting. There's a lot of nuggets that you're dropping here. You've told the story from where Solutech started to where we are right now. Maybe just the least but not the last question. Where do you see the future of sales with the era of AI? Where, in terms of manufacturers and distribution, where do you see the future of sales? Maybe give us a prediction in the next 5 years.
My goodness.
There's a lot that is happening.
Yeah, there's a lot that is happening. I'll touch on, I think something I have a lot of conviction on is that it's a question like when you go sit down with sales teams, you are asked like, will it replace the way it's really like in engineering, like software engineering, you can have fewer now developers while creating your product. But for sales, it's a bit unique. The salespeople who will thrive are the salespeople who will really take advantage of AI. So it's not going to replace, it's going to replace salespeople who are not taking advantage of AI. I shared, I think a few weeks ago that a salesperson needs to create their AI team. Your own AI team, where your own AI team has like your predictive analytics, your different tools to help you to optimize and get a lot of intelligence as you get to sell. And so basically it will favor those who augment, they augment themselves with AI. But a lot will get to change. Businesses that will adopt using AI faster are really going to take advantage. And I think competition is going to become stiffer because intelligence now is closer. As long as you have tools that are that have AI integrated in them, not that you have tools on this side and you have AI on this side and you're trying to marry your data into it, that won't help. But tools that are already integrated, that would help. But something else that will stand out even in the wake of AI is execution. Because execution, you can't do with AI. AI can help you with the planning of the strategy, getting to understand what you probably need to do. But now doing what you need to do, the people who are excellent in execution are the ones who are winning.
Thank you very much, Alex. Our dear listeners, now you can get where we are starting our season at with a very heavy footing, a lot of insights. We're looking forward to having many more of such conversations. You'll see Alexander here more often and even more guests who are coming along. We could like to say thank you for being part of us. If you've been listening all through the episode, please like, share, and follow us. And thank you.
Thank you.